Yes, good afternoon to all of you, and welcome back for yet another session on startups and new venture management. In fact, we are almost through with our portion. In fact, we tried to cover up the business plan. Just a minute. Yes, good afternoon to all of you, and welcome back to our session on startup and new venture management. We are here for
Sir,
symbiosis
good
and
afternoon, sir.
good afternoon,
Sir,
good
good
afternoon,
afternoon.
Deva. Yeah.
Sir, actually, there was a request. Can you ask somebody to send us the syllabus, please?
Send us what?
Syllabus.
Syllabus it's there, na? In fact,
No, I don't have a copy of it, sir.
okay,
I mean, I think you sent it
entire
to me.
syllabus. The entire
Entire
syllabus.
syllabus, just a copy of the syllabus, sir.
Okay. Today itself, I'll contact the admin, and
Right, sir.
they'll email the entire syllabus as well as the class. Did you got the class notes, whichever we are discussing?
No, we've not got the class notes, ma'am.
No,
Sir.
not even PPTs for that matter.
No, not the PPT, sir. Maybe the textbook might have come,
Okay.
but the PPT is not there, sir.
No. This actually we make it a point at before the start of session. Every time we make it a point that we share this PPT as well as the class note, because this is very essential. Because as you know,
No, sir. We have not got it, sir. For any of the subjects, we have not got
okay.
it.
I'll take care. Today itself you'll receive it. Don't worry. I'll talk regarding the entire syllabus also, and regarding the class notes and PPT. So that
Right.
At the fag end, whenever we are going to discuss, what I want is actually you people, all the students should go through the class notes or the PPT at least, so that we can discuss out various doubts and queries that are left back, right? Because practically covering up the entire syllabus, particularly syllabus of this nature, which is very vast, is not possible, and in fact it is not needed, as I said, because since it's a PG course, there is one component called as self study, and which is very essential. Unless and until we do self study, I'm say we are not going to follow most of the thing, right? So don't worry, Devang, I'll take care of it, right? By the way, can you see the screen? I'm trying to share the screen. Can you see it?
I can see the syllabus, sir.
Okay. No, this is only for this subject. I'll be sending you the entire syllabus. Don't worry. All of you, whoever is registered, will receive the syllabus, because see, that is the first thing that any student would like to take a look at. Syllabus is what is needed, without which we cannot move further, right? So what? See, up till now, you know that we have touched upon almost all the units. Maybe few of the portions was not covered, which is very self-explanatory, like social media promotion tools. Now this we have covered in promotional mix, right? So we did not touch upon this because this is very common for all of us nowadays. Facebook, all social medias, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, and all those things. So I won't be going into detail of it. But it requires a special session also if you really want to touch upon, like for example, YouTube has a social media channel for promotion. So there are plenty of things that are available on YouTube analytics is also there, which helps you to reach out to the target audience. So this I think is not that much I would say tough, or because since we are there on social media, so we are aware what is happening with social media, and how as an startup or how as an entrepreneur we should be taking advantage of all this internet. That it is also called as Internet of Things, right? It includes everything: cloud storage, then all social medias, then your apps that are available on mobile phone, and all those things. So I won't touch to this, but today what I want to cover is elevator speech, then building a strong presentation, innovative methods of presenting a business plan, mind map. I'll be covering elevator speech particularly, and mind map, how to do a mind mapping. Animated videos, we all know. For this, what is required is you to utilize whatever tools are available. See, you need not have a special software to create animated videos. All that is required is Microsoft Word or PowerPoint presentation. That is more than sufficient to create these animated videos. But all that is required for creating animated videos is plenty of practice, right? Because in help, if you just can see on the screen, help will provide you with all sort of things that is needed, particularly talking about this Microsoft Word. And similarly, the same tags or same outline or format you will find for PPT. It is almost synchronized. Here also in Microsoft Word, we can insert if you go to insert, you can insert lot many things. I'll be coming to this, particularly talking about mind map. So what is elevator speech? Now this diagrams I have deliberately downloaded. I have copied from net. This shows about mind mapping, right? It is also called as concept mapping, which is usually hierarchical in nature. But since this gives a look of nerves, the brains in brain we have nerves, right? And nerves pattern is something like this. Maybe this is the reason why this is called as mind map or brain map or concept map, right? And this is very important to generate an idea. There are many methods of generating idea. For example, brainstorming. Devang, are you aware about brainstorming? What exactly is brainstorming? Because that is one of the...
Yeah, I am aware, sir.
Yeah, brainstorming I'll explain in brief. Ananda, good afternoon and welcome.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Ananda, are you aware about what is brainstorming? Brainstorming sessions भी बोलते हैं या brainstorming बोलते हैं. It is the basic.
Yes.
Are you aware?
Discussion on a particular topic. Discussion on a particular topic.
Right. See, the basic objective or purpose is brainstorming is nothing but to generate various idea. It can be weird idea, it can be silly ideas, it can be serious ideas. But brainstorming in itself says that no idea should be stopped. It says that whatever idea comes to the group. See, brainstorming is usually among a small group, which is a close group, and which is usually monitored by a supervisor. Usually there is one who is going to monitor it. If the brainstorming discussion is going haywire, if it is not moving in right direction, there has to be a supervisor or somebody who can invigilate how the group is functioning. So why I am discussing brainstorming is, brainstorming is something similar to mind mapping. Whereas in mind mapping you are alone as an individual, you keep on thinking of various ideas. We have Siddhant Kumar also today. Siddhant, welcome and welcome for the session. Siddhant, are you there? Fine. Anyway, so what we were discussing was brainstorming, right? Brainstorming is within a group. It is not a very large group, usually 7 to 8 people or 4 to 5 people. It depends on what sort of theme or topic you are discussing. But the philosophy or the concept is similar to mind mapping, right? I'll be coming to what is mind mapping. So let us first of all discuss what is brainstorming. Brainstorming group is assembled together. They gather in a room or maybe in a hall, whatever is comfortable to them. Nowadays it can be done online also, that because online similar platform is available where you can just give the login and you can discuss on a topic. See, the topic can be something like we as a group would like to start an e-commerce company, right? That is the theme. See, let me correlate it with the mind mapping. So idea, it always starts with the idea. So here our idea can be, let us start an e-commerce venture. Let us start an e-commerce company. So that can be a basic idea. See, again I can take you in detail. Challenge facing small business. This is again one of the example, or something like planning for a small business, right? So there has to be theme, a circle. It can be in circle, it can be in hexagonal shape, it can be squared shape also. It depends how you want to represent that particular thing which you would like to discuss. See, this is again one of the way in which mind mapping is done. So brainstorming, an idea is given and a concept is given on which the group start discussing on various aspects. Like as I said, the first example can be starting an e-commerce company. Now somebody will say, fine, e-commerce, let us start serving the food industry, right? So here you can draw an idea. The first idea would be food industry, right? And based on this particular idea, then small other concept will come out, like food, whether to serve local food, whether to take into account everything, all sort of cuisines that are available, like Italian, Japanese, Oriental, all sort of things. And if somebody says no, e-commerce, well, let us go for something like tour and travel, right? Where we will be taking care of the tours and travels. So this all sort of ideas will come along with their advantages, disadvantages, our weaknesses, our strength. You are supposed to list out everything on a piece of paper, and ultimately at the end you weigh them, right? So for this I'll just show you a small video of how exactly this mind mapping is done, so which is something similar to brainstorming, but brainstorming is usually among a group, right? And ultimately you trickle down, ultimately you zero down on a single idea which usually the entire groups agree with. So if somebody says no, food and travel is good, or let us mix food and travel together, right? So that would be ideal theme to start our e-commerce, because few of the members do have certain expertise. Somebody is from hotel industry and somebody is from travel and tourism. So why not to take help of this expertise? So the reason can be anything to trickle down on a single idea. So let me take you to a very small video which talks about brainstorming. So this is again one of the good video which will clarify the doubt about mind mapping, not brainstorming exactly, mind mapping or concept mapping, or it is also called as brain mapping.
Oh, you all have done some brainstorming before. You know, you sit around a table in a group, you throw ideas on the table, you generate awareness about an issue or about a problem. There's no criticism. Well, mind mapping is essentially the same thing, except you can do it by yourself. Let's take this challenge of how to get a job. Well, here's how it works. You draw a circle on a piece of paper, and in the circle, you write your challenge or your problem. Get a job. Now, what you do is you time yourself for about 2 minutes, maybe 3 minutes. And in that 3 minutes, you generate as many ideas as you can about your particular situation and how to get a job. Let's time me for this exercise. Go. Okay, let's see. Get a job. Well, first, location. Location brings the idea of mind of family. Cost of living. Notice I'm drawing rays off of the circle. Let's see. Get a job. How about money? How much money do I want to make? So I'm drawing a symbol now for money, not writing it out because I want to speed the time up. Money. Salary negotiation. I need to know about how to do that. Okay. What field? What field do I want to concentrate in? Let me write that down. What else? Network. I've got a network. Who should I network with? Evan just got out a couple of months ago. I have his number. I'm going to give him a call. Education. What kind of education do I need? I mean, is it going to be a trade that I'm going to get? Is there a certification that I need to get? Let's see. Speaking of money, what about the GI Bill? I need to make sure I have that information as well, so I know what assets I'm dealing with. Everybody's talking about the resume. I got to write that down. Research. I've got to do research. The internet's full of information. I got to figure out how to tap into that information. That reminds me, job boards. Everybody's talking about job boards. And the interview. I got to write down the interview. Okay. What else can I say about getting a job? How about looking for help on post? Help on post. Where would I go? Education center. And I'm out of time. But that's not where you stop. Now that you've got everything on paper, what you can do is you can take these ideas and organize them. Looks like there's a lot of stuff here about looking for information. I'm going to call that research. That's my first category. I'm going to write down networking, who, Evan, I got to write Evan's name down. I didn't think of networking events, but now that I think about it, I'm going to write that down. Networking events. Job boards, that's part of the research. Let me write that down. What's another category that surfaces with 2 or more items on the mind map? Location. Let me write down location. What goes into that? Oh, cost of living. Family needs, I need to consult with the family. What about extended family? Let me write that down too. Another category is education. Let me write down education. GI Bill goes under that. Certification or trade goes under that. Let's see what's left. How about money? Money, yeah, that's important. Under that goes disability, salary, and salary negotiation. Okay, well now you can see that in a couple of minutes, I was able to generate some ideas. Then I was able to go back and look at what I had written down and organize it into categories. Let me give you one more step, and this is a bonus. You can prioritize these things. Now for me, I think as I prioritize these things, I think the first thing I would think about is what I needed to support the family. So I think salary would be number 1. I think second would be location. My kids have gotten used to where they've grown up.
So yes, this is all in short how exactly you are supposed to draw it. Now here this particular guy was using what? A software, right? Software to draw this thing. And as an entrepreneur, you can sit down and utilize various software that are available for free. Let me take you to that also, how to draw it, right? In fact, it can be done in a Word file if you are very well versed with Word. I've tried to draw on something over here, right? Now for this, before that, let me tell you, take you to the software also, which is available. In fact, you can browse on the net and something like this. This is one of the Canva software which helps to create various design. You can just log in with your Google ID, and plenty of templates are available where you can use various graphics. See, this is mind map that is available, and this can be used, this can be tailor-made, and this can be downloaded also. Like if I click here,
yes sir, yes,
yeah, if I click here,
I already logged in, I already registered in Canva.
Okay, you are already logged in. Very good, excellent.
Okay.
So
Yes, yes.
this can be very effectively used. Or simple thing is that what we can do is, see, let me give you a small demo on this Word, right? Word, if you go to insert, see, this is, I do not know how many of you must be knowing it, most of you, because this is no rocket science which I am telling you, but it can be done simply in a Word format, which comes very handy because we all are used to using words or PowerPoint presentations. So this can be used. All you have to do is go to a chart, right? Chart, if you go, chart, sorry, not chart exactly, you can go to smart art, right? If you go to smart art, then various processes, hierarchical processes here. I have taken this one from here, and you can change the pattern also, right? So here you can write down e-commerce startup, e-commerce startup, e-commerce startup, STRTUP, right? So further you can talk about like what, see, you can write it over here also. Like I would like to start something on e-travel, right? This way you can just start putting in the ideas, E-R-V-E-L, travel, right? Then you can talk about something if you would like to have a startup on education, for example. Or further you can extend this hierarchy also depending on whatever ideas that comes to your mind. And remember, here you are alone, right? You are not sitting with a group. You are with a software or with on your laptop, on your PC, or simply you are writing it down on a piece of paper, which you can further put it in on a presentation style. And see, what is the need of this mind map? Mind map simply comes handy when you are going to give presentation, the way we have seen in video, that once various ideas you have put in a black and white, then you can put them in nutshell. You can just put a table across here and you can prioritize the ideas. Like if you feel that e-travel is convenient because you have certain prior experience in it, right? You are already working on it, so you can give this as a one priority one. And from this particular idea will comes various different concepts like e-travel, whether to focus on road transport, whether to take care of something which involves only air travel. So plenty of ideas will come down, and ultimately what you do is you just put it in a nutshell, so that everything remains there handy. Everything comes handy in visualizing what exactly you are thinking, what are your thought process, and how would you like to present it in front of any of the stakeholders. It can be a presentation in front of your customer, it can be for a presentation in front of the investors, it can be a presentation in terms for your vendors, right? Maybe you would like to have a partnership, alliance with a travel firm. So this is going to come handy. And another way of doing it is like you can use these shapes and charts. Like let me take you to another page. If I take this shape and if I put it over here across, so this can be my main theme. I insert the text over here, right, by going into text box. So I can write down here, and further I can draw extension lines from here, right? So this is how you can do it without the help of any particular software, specialized software. So here you can draw another, you can insert another diagram and which will create a mind map for you. And here what we are talking about is, we are talking about an idea to start a new enterprise for a startup. So this is how ideally you should frame it, and this will lead to what? This will lead to plenty of ideas, from one idea to another, and from another idea to actually conceptualizing the entire thing. So this is going to come handy, at least from presentation point of view, at least for framing the report, final report, what exactly you feel you are good at. Here you can use your strength, weakness. You can insert various other symbols, like for example you can have something on what? You can have something on a thought process where you get an idea. So there are various symbols like this one, right? Like you are talking to yourself, like you are saying fine, this is an idea and then this goes well with this. So this will come very handy when it comes to, even though it's very simple, right? But it requires your efforts. It requires your efforts and it requires you to present it properly. So this is nothing but mind mapping, right? Here it is presented in very simple hierarchical type, but it can be done. See, let us look. It's like some sort of idea. Let us take this as your brain, right? And the ideas which are popping up from the brain will be represented over here, right? And it may go further. It may be again correlated to something else. So this will help you out to put a roadmap of exactly what you are planning. So the presentation can be anything, as I said. It can be just putting your idea in front of the audience who are going to listen to you as an entrepreneur, right? As a new enterprise, and this you can put forward to your audience also, because here you can put lot of visuals also, lot of graphics also, which will come handy for the audience to understand what exactly is your thought process. See, this ultimately represents what? It represents how you are thinking and what exactly you would like to land upon, right? So this is one thing which I just wanted to show you how it can be done. Even though the concept look very technical and very I would say technical from the point of view of presentation, that you need to learn lot of software and all other things. but many software comes very tailor-made. For example, this Canva, which Ananta is already using, and there are various elements. Like if you click here, you will get plenty of elements which you can insert along with the background, along with line. Like this is a mind map, for example. If I select this, then this will automatically go here, right? And this you can place wherever you feel it needs that is required. But many of the elements comes with the premium also, but I recommend you need not purchase anything. You can give a good background to your presentation. You can insert the videos also. Videos can also be put here, which can run parallelly to your presentation. So all this is what required is your practice and an actual assignment. If you really think that I would like to start something as an entrepreneur, or as you would like to start an enterprise, then you should give it a try, because presentation is very important, and this is what our unit 6 talks about. Elevator speech, will be coming to this also, what exactly is elevator speech and how to bring about strong presentation. See, what is important is time is very precious. We all know everybody is busy, so you have to see to it that you put everything in a presentable way, and you do it in a minimum time, because time is very important. People are not there to listen to you for an hours and hours. Probably if your idea is good, it will click within 30 seconds or maybe 1 minute's time or 2 minutes time. That is what is the ideal time that is available with you as a presenter in front of any of the stakeholders. So I hope Ananta and Devang, all of you getting me what I want to communicate. Presentation,
yes sir, yes sir.
Yeah, presentation is very important. It has to be really effective, so that it catch the eye of the beholder, right? They realize what exactly you want to communicate. See, the basic purpose is communication, right? And this elevator speech, what we are going to discuss today, and at the end we'll be discussing the case study, one small case study also, not necessarily related to these topics. Elevator speech is something like commercial. When you see a commercial or advertisement on a television channel, for example, the advertisement will last for what, 20 seconds, 30 seconds, max to max. It may never go about 1 minute, right? Usually the commercials, that's why they are called as commercials, and the commercials, they have to shell out money if they want to advertise on a prime time or prime channel. So there has to be very sweet, short and very presentable, and one message should be the message should be clear, exactly what you want to communicate. Whether you would like to communicate a new launch of a product, whether you are communicating the pricing, let us go back to 7 P's, whether you are talking something about pricing, that you have dropped the pricing and the same quality is available with a lesser cost, or are you talking about the product itself, that your product is good compared to the competitors. So within 30 minutes, and this is what ideally you get when you go in front of the audience, if you are able to convince them in this 30 second, not 30 minutes, 30 second or 1 minute or maybe 5 minutes time, then the first impression is going to be your last impression. And remember, you have to remember that time is precious. If you unnecessarily keep on extending the presentation, keep on prolonging the thing or the message you would like to communicate, probably the audience is going to lose the interest, right? They'll say, fine, let's come to the point. That is what we want, because we all know we are with very little time. So what is elevator speech, right? Elevators. See, elevators literally means if you get in an elevator is a lift. All of you must have used it somewhere or other, right? Ground floor, I take an elevator, and if I see this is, you can take it as a small example of for just to remember what is elevator speech. If I go in an elevator, I'm going to an office, right, for getting my entrance, for getting a placement, and if I get the boss to whom I'm supposed to meet in the elevator, then probably you will get how much, 30 seconds or 1 minute's time, even if you are traveling to 10th or 11th floor. right? And in this, elevator speech literally means that you should be able to communicate what exactly you want to communicate. You should introduce yourself, you should correlate yourself with the person to whom you are talking, and you should be able to deliver a message that why are you talking, that I am here for looking out for a job, or for internship, for example. The video talks about that only. And this should be clearly communicated and asking for further appointment. So this video will clarify the doubt. Let us take a look at it. This is a good video, and literally they have demonstrated what exactly is the elevator speech.
Hi, I'm Lauren, and I want to do everything, and I want to be your best friend, and please hire me. Hi, I'm Lauren, and I really want to work for you, and I'm so excited to be standing next to you right now, and I just want to tell you everything about me real quick. It'll only take me 10 minutes, even though we only have 30 seconds right now. Hey everybody, those elevator pitches were not so good, and I'm gonna make sure that after watching this video, you know how to do a much better version of the elevator pitch. If the executive that you would love to work for, right? The executive that works at that company that you just love was literally in an elevator with you, what would you say? It's actually a great way to think about how to present yourself in a professional
Deva, Ananta, is it audible? Is it clearly audible?
It's low voice, but it's okay, sir. You can listen it.
We need a couple pieces of information. We're going to write them here. So the first step is going to be, who are you?
Let me find out the voice.
As silly as it sounds, you got to say your name. You know, I'm Lauren Berger. It's so nice to meet you, right? So then you want to give them.
Let us start from the beginning.
I really want to work for you, and I'm so excited to be standing next to you right now, and I just want to tell you everything about me real quick. It'll only take me 10 minutes, even though we only have 30 seconds right now. Hey everybody, those elevator pitches were not so good, and I'm gonna make sure that after watching this video, you know how to do a much better version of the elevator pitch. If the executive that you would love to work for, right? The executive that works at that company that you just love was literally in an elevator with you, what would you say? It's actually a great way to think about how to present yourself in a professional setting. So I'm going to give you the intern queen take on the elevator pitch. So in order to put together an elevator pitch, we need a couple pieces of information. We're going to write them here. So the first step is going to be, who are you, right? As silly as it sounds, you gotta say your name. You know, I'm Lauren Berger. It's so nice to meet you, right? You gotta say it. So then you want to give them a little background. I'm Lauren Berger. I graduated from UCF, and I'm a PR major. Okay? Now, depending on the situation, you might not be talking about college. If you meet someone years after college, you're probably going to talk about where you work right now. I'm Lauren Berger. I'm the community manager at a website called Intern Queen. And sometimes you need to give a little bit of extra context. So if you need to explain and provide context. So if you go to a school that, let's be real, no one's heard of, or if you work for a company where somebody may have not heard of it, you know what those companies are, you know what those schools are, make sure that you explain and you provide a little bit of context. You know, I go to Southwestern University, which is located in Lakeland, Florida, and known for their PR program. And I'm gonna rely on you all to be the judge of if your story needs a little bit of context, okay? The next thing that you're gonna do is make the connection. A lot of times when people do an elevator pitch, they're literally just like talking to no one. And the reality is that whenever you're pitching, you're always talking to someone, whether it's literally someone in an elevator standing next to you, whether you're pitching your business to Shark Tank, or you're just pitching it to a professor or a classroom. So you want to make that connection factor right away. You know, what are you trying to accomplish? Why do you want the person next to you to listen? Maybe you're a PR major and this is a big PR executive standing next to you. So I'm connecting what I'm doing to what the person standing next to me does. I'd love for you to invest in my business because, right? You're connecting who you're talking to with what you're offering and what you're selling, which is sometimes yourself. Then the last thing that you want to do, and this is what a lot of people don't cover in the elevator pitch, but you got to make the ask, right? You got to make the ask. And this is the scary part because you're always putting yourself out there and you could be rejected. So I'm actually going to give you both steps. I'm going to say the ask, and then step 6 is going to be the closeout. A pet peeve that I have is a lot of students email me and they ask me for advice, but they're very unclear as to what I can actually help them with. So I'll get this big email with like, I am this, and this, thanks. And they sign their name. I don't know what to do with their email. So oftentimes I write them back and say, hi Marisol, thanks for sharing. How can I help? Because I honestly don't know what they want from me. So I really encourage you to always think about the ask. For example, if you're in an elevator with someone and you want them to be your mentor, well then let's ask them to be your mentor. If you're in the elevator with someone and you want to intern for them, let's ask for an internship. If you aren't sure what you want and you really just want to connect afterward and have a way to stay in touch, let's ask about that. So I think you have to make the ask and then you have to be ready for the closeout because typically you only have about 30 seconds and you're going to have to get out of there somehow, right? You want to always kill them with kindness no matter what they say, and you want to close out in a very pleasant way. So let's go through all the steps real quick. So who are you? Hi, I'm Lauren Berger. Little bit of background. I graduated UCF and I was a PR major. Provide contacts. That's University of Central Florida, right? I made the connection. Now make the apply and get to the top of your list. The closeout. They say whatever they're going to say. Thank you so much. I'll certainly stay in touch. I'll make sure to email you.
And see, here's the actual demo. How should ultimately whatever the speaker has told us right now, how should it be done?
Right after this, so nice meeting you. Provide context, make the connection, make the ask, and the closeout. So good luck, everyone, and let's do that elevator pitch one more time. Hi, I'm Lauren Berger. So nice to meet you. I graduated from the University of Central Florida. That's in Orlando. And I was actually a PR major. I know all about your PR company and I am just fascinated by it. I've read all about you. I'd actually love to intern for you this summer. I've had a lot of other internships and I wanted to ask who I could contact to potentially apply for an internship with your company. Amazing. Well, thank you so much. It was so great meeting you. I'm going to email you tonight and I definitely want to stay in touch. Thank you.
So that was all about the elevator speech. I hope you have followed this video. It was very nicely presented. And can you tell me what was the keyword? What was very important? The entire elevator speech.
To present yourself in a very short time and in a summarized manner, wherein all your talent, skills, abilities, compatibilities, everything is ensured in that.
Yeah, everything is ensured. But at the last, there was one.
It is a precise, sir. It is precise,
right,
and relevant information that needs to be passed on.
Exactly, and within the shortest time, right? Because everybody, as we know, is busy, particularly these executives. And what was important was ask, right? Whatever you're going to talk, if you're not going to put a question mark at the end, if you are not going to ask, like what exactly you are communicating, what is the purpose? See, why we have seen this video is because whenever we are giving an elevator speech to our stakeholder, as I said, stakeholders, all of you know now, by this time, we know it can be a presentation in front of the customer or your investors, your vendors, right? Your suppliers, all those things. So what ultimately you have to ask them that are you really interested? If I'm talking to a customer, after the presentation, whatever 30 seconds or 1 minute, 2 minutes presentation is there, obviously I need to be bold enough to ask the audience that are you really interested in this particular product? For example, e-commerce company, just now we have taken this example. And you never should be bothered whether they are going to answer it right at that moment. They might need some time also. In fact, if you are not receiving any response, you can always say take your own time and just communicate to me on this email. So asking is very important, which usually is there in almost all my presentation. At the end, I am supposed to ask you that is the way I'll come to know whether I am being properly understood or not, right? Whether I am properly communicating. So asking is very important. That is the basic purpose of why you are communicating. So that the keyword was fine. You both of you have used it rightly, but the most important was ask. At the end, you have to politely ask whether I'll get an appointment so that I'll be interviewed for such and such opening or such and such internship. Here they were talking about internships, or it can be are you willing to invest, right? So that we can have a detailed presentation. So at the end, once you have pitched it, right? Elevator pitch. Pitching is nothing but concentrating, focusing on the theme which you would like to communicate. So end will be nothing but asking. Without asking, if you do not ask, then the entire purpose of your presentation will go waste, because the audience will never come to know what exactly you want from them, right? You have asked them to gather on some place, maybe online platform, offline, whatever platform is there. But at the end, if you are not able to communicate what is the purpose, then the entire exercise will go waste, right? So this is nothing but elevator pitch, and which is very important part of any presentation. If you are able to put everything in a nutshell, that is ideally it has to be done, because in lectures and all these things we go to minute details. Here at the very start, that punch, right? Pitch and punch, I will take it together. Punch line भी बोलते हैं, जैसे tag line बोलते हैं. For a commercial, there are always message you usually have like for example Nike, just do it, right? Is the punch line that it says fine. We are for the people who are go-getter, who would like to take risk, who are sporty in nature, right? So the pitch has something to do with the punching, right? It should hammer, it should go, it should be properly communicated. So that is nothing but elevator pitch, and it is part of a strong presentation. And there are various methods, like one we have seen Canva, right? Canva is there. Then it can be done through PPTs. We are all aware about it. Plenty of things can be inserted in simple presentation like this. Like as I said, like Microsoft Word, you can insert a lot amount of font with plenty of background, colored background, and then animations also can be inserted. Lot many things can be animated, right? So this is how you are supposed to present it. If you just come with a simple thing, then that may not be very attractive. Somewhere down the line, you have to come with graphics, as I said, diagrams we call them, and this is how you are supposed to pitch it in. And in fact, you can take support of this mind map, or a nice PPT presentation will also be. It will not be always mind map. Mind mapping is usually for introspection, of knowing what exactly we want to go, right? It is just to find out a direction. So it can be, the theme can be planning for a small business, as I said. It can be mind mapping all your ideas, putting together. It can be preparing for the examination. It can be preparing for your presentation. So this is how you are supposed to orient your brain, right? I hope both the concepts are followed.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. I'd like to take you to one very small case study for today, because as I said, most of the
But sir, just by elevator pitch can this list?
yes,
Because the opposite party will have to evaluate, and then he has to analyze. The opposite party has to analyze, evaluate, and mostly he has to do various other things before committing something. The opposite party.
Exactly.
Once we are giving an elevator pitch.
Exactly.
So just by asking, it doesn't mean that it gets crystallized or materialized.
No, not necessarily. That is what I said. Maybe, see, you need to be bold enough. Maybe you won't get any reply immediately. So how you want to end up?
Yes, sir.
You can always say, fine. We are not at all in a hurry. You take your time, think about it, and just communicate us. It can be communication through email. It can be giving your mobile number, phone numbers. And if you are really good, if you are really effective, then probably the concept is going to go well down with your audience, and probably few of them are going to react. Obviously, they might ask the way you have asked question right now, right? So probably they might not give a reply, but they might ask you a question, counter question, like what exactly, how are you going to go about it? E-commerce company, for example, right? So
Sir, an elevator pitch is just a method by which you can create an opening.
Exactly.
Okay.
See, it can be from our subject point of view. See, the idea can be anything. It is like just communicating to you this particular idea, that what we are doing right now. It can be communicating that I am going to start a new business. I am going to launch a new product. I already have a business. I want to start something new, right? Maybe we are going to venture out into a new territory. So, what is your thought? See, it can be your team member. Elevator speech can be in front of your team members, that you have an idea, you have a thought that why not start with this type of thing, this type of idea. So it is how effectively you present, and within the see, timing is very important. Elevator in itself says that this word deliberately is being used because timing is very limited, and you are supposed to tell that who you are. That is what is the first thing, that what exactly you are, right? Maybe your team members are knowing who you are, but when it comes to outsiders, the external stakeholders, for example shareholders or investors or vendors, right, you need to tell them what exactly, in what position, in what capacity you are talking to them, right? What is your prior experience? You have to connect with your idea, that you have such and such experience and you have such and such wonderful idea. That's why you are talking to them, right? So it is not at all difficult. It is not at all a rocket science. All that is needed is practice and lot of homework to be done. If you say I'll go extempore, all of you know what is extempore. Extempore is something where you are given an idea and you are asked to talk. You are given a very small amount of time, maybe 1 minute or 2 minutes, and you are asked to speak on that. That is also a skill which can be mastered. But here in elevator speech, you are free to do your own homework. You are free to present yourself the way you want to present. But ultimate thing is you have to take into consideration the time, right? That is the art as well as skill of presenting the thing in the best of time, right? घंटों समझा के बताऊंगा तो शायद हर कोई समझ जाएगा, right? But what if a thing which I am explaining for an hour's time, if I am able to do it in 2 minutes time or maybe 3 minutes time, right? So that is going to save my time as well as the audience time, and we can move forward, right? Instead of just sticking to what exactly I want to communicate, I should be very specific, very clear, crystal clear with my thoughts, with my idea, and that requires plenty of homeworks to be done. Okay. So, any further questions, Ananta, on this?
No, sir. Fine, sir.
Okay.
No, fine, sir. Correct.
Devang, you're clear about this? In fact, Devang, you must be doing it, because since you are looking after placement, many a time you have to communicate all this thing to your students.
Yes, sir. I'm pretty aware of it.
Yes. So, and you know, whenever organization comes for a pre-placement talk, we call it pre-placement. There also, that is nothing but an elevator speech. See, they won't be consuming your entire day. Probably 15 minutes or half an hour is more than sufficient to explain what that company is all about, to tell them about the products, to tell them about the openings, the profile which they are looking out for, and what is going to be the process, whether it's going to be aptitude first or screening out test, or whether it's going to be directly interview. And if the company says that the entire day we are going to present our organization, probably the student, they will show less interest. They will say, fine, we don't want to waste my entire day on just listening to what you are. Tell us what you have to offer to us. See, this is what ultimately any audience is sitting. Somebody, see, all at the end of the day, at the end of the presentation, I won't call it a day, end of the presentation, the audience should get something back, right? It can be anything. It can be just getting an idea, it can be learning the concept, it can be an offer which is made by this the pre-placement talk. So there, that is something like elevator speech. Even the HR executives, those who are coming for placement, probably they don't have that much of time to waste, right? To just keep on talking about the products and all those things. It is expected that the students also are ready with their homework, right? So that was all about the elevator speech. Let us go to our assignment of solving a case study. Now we have solved almost 3 to 4 case studies, and I think both of you are well versed of solving it. Let us take today's case study is case 7, right? We can pick up any of it, but case 7, since it is related to promotion mix, that's why I would like to just read it out and just I want the answer from your end, right? Shuddha Hawa Limited is engaged in manufacturing of air conditioner and desert coolers. The company offers a wide range of products to meet the requirement of people from varied income groups, right? So see, try to just note down the important keywords, because keywords are the key behind solving these case studies, right? So you should be able to pick up the keywords properly. Recently, the company has developed a new product, an air purifier that improves the quality of air by filtering out all the allergens and microbes. The company introduced the product on 2 variants, namely Nanotech and Nanotech Premium. Obviously, Nanotech Premium should be costly compared to Nanotech. In order to pursue people to buy the products, it is offering easy payment option in equal monthly installment, that is EMI, for different time periods. Moreover, every buyer will be offered scratch a card option to win instant gift like decorative items, t-shirt, etc. The company is also planning to organize competitive event based on skill and luck in various malls in different cities. In the above context of the case, these are the questions. Now, what are those questions? First, name and explain the type of promotion strategy adopted by the company to boost the sales of air purifier. Now, all of we have studied promotion mix. Can we recall it? What are the promotional mix that are adopted by various companies? Trade promotions are different. Here we are talking about consumer promotion because the product is related to a consumer. It is not B2B product, it is more of a B2C product, even though it may go in industry also, but their focus primarily seems to be on the consumer because it is clearly mentioned here. The company offers wide range of products to meet the requirement of people from varied income groups. So it necessarily means that the product is B2C product, right? So what are typical promotional strategies adopted by a company to boost the sale of air purifier? This is the first question. Can we think about it? What are the...
It is sales promotion.
Good.
Sales promotion, publicity.
Yeah, sales promotion is there. Fine. Okay, good.
Publicity.
Publicity. Fine. I'll take it. What else? Sales promotion is definitely going. The last para is saying that they are offering what? Win instant gift like decorative item. Now this directly goes with promotion has a component called as sales promotion, right? Trade promotion, as I said, is different, which is related to B2B. B2C it is called as sales promotion, where discounts are given, where free vouchers are given, where free coupons are given, right? And buy one get one free sort of things are given. That is nothing but sales promotion. Publicity is something where you try to promote it through not a paid media of advertisement. It is not advertisement exactly. It is unpaid news item or article, right? Then advertising itself is one of the promotional tools. Sales promotion, advertisement, direct selling, personal selling, and then digital marketing. There is no mention about digital marketing here, so we won't take it as one of the promotional strategies. So rightly pointed out by Ananta, sales promotion is one very clear-cut strategy. What else can you find out? What else can you see? Can you see anything? Very because this last para, it clarifies that their focus is more on sales promotion, and they would like to cater to all sort of income growth. That's why they have launched these two separate. Nanotech must be something which is economical compared to Nanotech Premium. It is but obvious, right? So first, fine, let us keep on thinking about the first. Let us go to second question. Also identify the various techniques of these promotional strategies being used by the company by quoting line from the para. What are the lines that can be quoted to know various techniques? See, it's a very small case study and very few keywords are there. Scratch card, right? Quoting lines. Scratch card is something related to sales promotion, decorative items, instant gifts like decorative items, t-shirts, etc. are some of the techniques, right? They are using over here, right? And publicity directly, I won't directly take it, Ananta, because nothing and any sort of publicity is not mentioned directly. At least.
But competitive events are there. Competitive events are there, na, which denotes.
Good, Ananta. Good. Exactly. Wonderful. Excellent. See,
campaigning.
So competitive event is what? It is part of publicity or public relation. Maintaining a public relation which is not advertising itself. The ultimate aim is to advertise. But competitive events where you invite people to do what? A small event can be organized. It can be related to that particular product. It can be something which is out of way. For example, quiz contest. They can have a quiz contest which will talk about healthy habits, for example, right? Or healthy habits where how you keep your surrounding clean. It can be something related to Swachh Bharat. Just a few questions related to Swachh Bharat, right? So this is good Ananta. This even I was not able to locate it. Competitive event is nothing but part of publicity or public relations, right? So these are few of the keywords which we are supposed to note down and mention when we solve this type of case studies. Let us go directly to the last question. The company offers a wide range of products to meet the requirement of people from varied income groups. Name the relevancy. No. This is not that much relevant to our subject. Name the relevant consumer rights being promoted by the company. Now this is something related to consumerism, right? Which is not there in preview of our syllabus, but still we can discuss it. Here, what they want to cater to is they want to cater to all the entire society, right? Varied income group, that can be lower or middle class family and an elite class also, right? So it says that they are not catering to a particular class. They are an organization which would like to take care of the entire society as a whole, right? So consumerism says what? That not only the people who have sufficient money should be purchasing it. It says that consumerism is a very broad concept, or taken together. It's not unnecessarily selling something to somebody is also part of consumerism. He unnecessarily attract करना through advertisement, promoting, giving false claim, right? And then tempting the end user or the customer to purchase your product even though they are not needing it. So this can be one of the aspect which is related to consumer right. So they seems to be quite ethical in nature because this product maybe not everybody would like to go for. Because if you are staying in village, probably you will say this product is nonsense, right? Because in villages, we all know airs are usually filtered. They are quite fresh in nature and they are non-polluted to a large extent compared to here in cities, right? So this again you can take it as a part of consumer right. Since they are promoting to varied group, but they have not mentioned that they are targeting it in the cities, because this type of product should find a target market in cities only, cities or the areas where pollution level is high or where people find it difficult to breathe, or maybe there are certain diseases which are being what the pollution is the population is suffering out of this pollution. So this is all about this case study. I hope you have followed this, a very small case study, but this gives us an insight of whatever we have learned, the managerial theory, the managerial application, managerial implications. All these things need to be correlated. So furthermore, see, today I'll see to it that these case studies are circulated to you, and try to solve this case 8, case 9 and case 10. Just go through it. Won't take more than half an hour. And see, this is where from I have taken it. CBSC Delhi 2013. This has applied for what? 12th examination for this thing, 12th commerce, right? So these are very small and simple, but this will lead us to solve more complicated, more complex case studies which may arise in our real life. So I think that is all for today. Ananta, you have anything to ask?
No, sir, nothing, sir. For the PPTs, we are not receiving. I have not received from the start only. None of the subjects I have received PPT.
Yes. In fact, that was the complaint of Devang also. What I will do immediately once I say end this session, I'll be talking to the admin. Don't worry, you will receive all the PPTs.
I have sent an email to Dr. Chandan. Dr. Chandan. But I don't think any response has come. Nothing has been received till. Anyhow, it will be done. No issue.
No, don't worry.
Okay.
I'll take it.
It will be done.
Thank you.
Okay, fine.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
For attending.
Thank you.
Bye. Take care.